Gloria has a prayer request. My daughter is an EMT and working both Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. May she and those she is called to serve be safe. Amen. And on that note, let's talk about something. I'm feeling kind of weird about talking about this. So, and the reason I'm feeling weird is right now, TYT, is it Jenk and Anna, they're going through some stuff. And lots of people have lots of stuff to say to them because it kind of looks like maybe they're swinging, they're leaving their position and they're swinging to I'm not going to get into all that. I don't know. Honestly, I've tuned out of a lot of that stuff. I'm going to sources now that I trust or sources that anyhow, we're not getting into all that. But for some reason, I was on Twitter the other day and a video popped up. And it was a video that he had made, that Jenk had made years ago. I thought it was recent. I'm really grateful that it wasn't. It was years and years and years ago, like 7-8 years ago, where he's in an airport. And he's in this airport, and it looks like his flight's been delayed, and it's been delayed, and it's been delayed. Many of you have had this experience. I've had this experience many times. It's incredibly frustrating. The staff, he's yelling at the staff. He's not just raising his voice to be heard. He's being quite belligerent. He's being quite aggressive. He's coming across as quite entitled. They're doing their best to take care of everybody who was on that plane, not just one person. And the video goes on again. It's his video. He's speaking, and then he goes on in the last section of it. He says, "Yeah, the plane's here, but they've kicked me off the flight," and he's upset by that. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to pile on to the troubles that he's having, to the conversations that are going around concerning him. I'm not. That's not the point. The point comes back to something that Gloria just mentioned about her daughter being an EMT. So today on CBC, I was listening to the news, and what it said is that EMTs, first responders, paramedics in particular, every day, these people are suffering from abuse. Every day they are told off. They are physically attacked. They are sexually assaulted and harassed. They don't have a day that goes by where they're answering calls that they aren't receiving they aren't the recipients of some kind of vitriol, some kind of aggression, some kind of angst, some kind of violence. Now that's here in Canada, but my guess would be that probably transcends borders, that EMTs everywhere are going through this. But at this season, as a person who finds it difficult to be in a shop, it's strange. If you put me in a restaurant, put me in a pub, I love lots of people. Put me in a department store, I dislike lots of people. Put me in traffic, I dislike lots of people. Put me in a parking lot, I don't like lots of people. I was in a Costco parking lot the other day. I tried to let a lady go, and she tried to let me go. And I said, no, please, you go because I have to go down the little route that you're on there. And she started getting really angry, and I said, no, I have to go this way. And then next thing you know, she's flipping me off. Anxiety and angst right now are through the roof because we are all over one another. We are tripping all over one another. And whereas I get to say, you know what, I am not going shopping again until June. I am not going to a restaurant again until June. I'm not going to fast food again until June. I'm not going into an airport again until, August 2029. Whereas I can choose whether or not I will place myself in those situations where I know I feel anxious, where everybody around me is feeling anxious, where people are feeling pressured, people are feeling stressed, people are feeling tired and exhausted. People are yelling. People are roaring. People are demanding that they get their way. People are demanding that the world acquiesce to their desires. There are people who don't get to choose, and they have to be there. They have to be there. So at this holiday season, and I would say let's apply this starting today and forevermore. Those people whose job it is to take care of our needs, treat them like they are. Treat them like you would treat royalty if you liked royalty. Treat them like they are precious. Treat them like they are your grandchildren. Be courteous and be kind and be ever so grateful. Understand that it is not their desire to ruin your day. Understand that they are doing their best to take care of your needs in this moment. Understand that you might be the 1200 customer they've seen in the last 8 minutes, and they have very little left in the tank right now. But they can't leave the line. They can't leave the counter. They can't leave for a break. They can't leave for lunch. They're just doing their best. That they're dragging themselves. They're dragging themselves along just like you and I drug ourselves into that store or that restaurant or that airport. Those folks don't have a choice. They have to go to work. They have to go to work or their family doesn't eat. They have to go to work or their rent doesn't get paid. They are not there to make our lives miserable. Be kind to them. Do not treat them like they are servants. Treat them like they are friends. Treat them like you would treat your grandchildren. Treat them like gold. Treat them like they are the children of God that they are. I understand, and I'm with you. We all feel exhausted when we're out there in situations like this, at times like this. All of us are going to feel anxiety. All of us are going to feel, I just want to go home. I don't have anything left to give. I'm upset. I'm whatever it might be. We're going to feel a plethora of negative emotions. I get that. I'm that way. Okay? When that lady flipped me off, it was everything that I could do not to start screaming and roaring. Those situations are difficult for us. But those people who serve us, they don't deserve to carry my anxiety as well. They don't deserve to be the recipient of my angst and my anger and my disappointment. They didn't do it to me on purpose. They didn't, sell the last Cabbage Patch doll because they saw me coming. They didn't sell the last Tragically Hip CD because they saw me coming. They didn't make the plane get delayed over and over and over again because they saw me coming. They're the messenger. They're the ones who are being sent out. They're the ones being sent out to deal with me in these moments. They're not the cause of my problems. So, all of us, be kind and courteous. Say please. Say thank you over again and over again and over again. Let them know how grateful you are. Because, like I said, I get to choose whether or not I'm going to go out in this. They don't. Amen.